38-year-old man. I'm single. I've been through 2 relationships, both of which I ruined with infidelity. I'm currently concerned I have gonorrhea. Sorry I shook your hand. And I just want to know, how can I be happily married in the next, 4 months?
Firstly, are you left or right-handed?
I'm right-handed, yeah.
So that is the dick-holding hand.
Yes, it is, yeah.
That's the gonorrhea dick-holding hand.
That's the one that I shook your hand with, yeah.
Anytime you're ready with that, that'll be good.
A little wipe. He wants a hand
thanks.
sanitizer wipe.
Jake, you're a man who understands music. You're a man who understands passion.
I do, yeah.
And you know how to move a room.
I'd like to try.
Yeah. So my understanding is that you've actually had a lot of practice in this relationship business.
Unfortunately, I have. With the short form relationships, they generally last about 6 to 7 hours.
You mean
but I've been good at that stuff.
Like the people that get past security?
Yeah, exactly. Or who are taken by security into another area where you meet them.
So basically, I'm just trying to narrow down the band. You have an affinity for people who wear lemonade.
I like the idea. It's not a fetish, but I need them to get into my space, both in a metaphorical sense and in a real sense.
So in trying to sort of narrow down, if it's not an access all areas kind of person.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're not even coming into the sort of the bandwidth of your reality.
I don't want to say that's true, Simon, because many people who haven't been strictly access all areas have nonetheless have had successful relationships with me. But then again, I was just saying actually to Emmy downstairs, there have been some access all areas girls that have really surprised me, to be honest. And I feel like they've been access all areas for a while because it was surprisingly easy to get in the back room.
I'm hearing you. And so basically you've been playing with people who prefer a backstage pass.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, right.
Not always prefer, but that's convenient at times for a number of reasons, because up the bum, no babies.
Well, the backstage pass in Sydney works well.
I guess I didn't realise it was a geographical thing.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to throw in a double entente. You're very good. You've got it really early.
I'm interested.
Jake, you're a smart, cracking whip, mate.
Thanks. Is it because everyone in Sydney's getting fucked in the ass in general, or, what are we saying?
Only if you're in politics.
Yeah.
All right, so you're getting better. You understand the narrative. You realise it's not just about the backstage pass. You're prepared to broaden the horizon.
That's right.
Jake, you want to have kids?
Well, that's a loaded question, but I do.
I didn't see it. My pocket knife was half open.
No, you're right.
You can see it from there, right?
Your hands are free.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I am not against the idea of kids, but I've been avoiding it, even almost surgically, up and until this point. So it's like, I don't know how mature I'm supposed to be before, or whether it would be better if it just happened. I know you've got 3 children, so I'm asking, at what point do you just go, fuck it, the person is pregnant now and we get along pretty well, it's a joy to bring children into the world, or do you just get over your fear at that point and just go with it, or what happens?
Well, I mean, if we wind the clock back, I mean, I was doing things like Rocky Horror Show right in the 80s, and it was an amazing time.
Yeah.
I think there were a few new, recreationals coming on the scene, and different way of looking at having a good time. There was a lot of liberation, the Lou Reeds and all those were telling people that it's okay. And now we're talking about, things like, same-sex marriage, like it's not we've come a long way.
We have. I hope that we come a little bit longer in that, in the sense that it's about time that we have same-sex marriage in Australia. I'm just saying, personally, that's what I think.
No, Mr. Turnbull, if you're watching this, I think we're, as a society, we're ready for,
cheers to that. Cheers.
Absolutely. So, Jake, if you want to be in a relationship, what does it look like for you then?
Well, it has to be healthier than the ones that I've had in the past. I want to treat people better and be decent to them. That's my main concern.
$64 question, mate. Do you value love more than sex?
To be honest, at this stage, I can't say honestly. I mean, of course I do. I value love, but sex is always a fishhook. And maybe as I get older, it will be less so because I won't be as obsessed, but as a kid, I was obsessed with it, Simon. So I just don't know how to balance.
Visualize in your mind the scales that I'm putting in front of you.
Yes.
The thing is, it's going to have orgasms on one side and being loved on the other.
I got to go with love.
You're going to go with love.
I have at this stage of my life to go with.
Can I just share with you, around about now in our conversation, you're starting to become more attractive, even though you're wearing a red jumper, which I do love, and it's a bit retro, which is a bit of me. But
Thank you.
No, I get it. But you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
If we can get rid of a bit more of the...
Things might be all right.
Mate, I'm telling you what, the ship will come in sailing into your harbour.
let's keep it R&B. Some Westaway suggests that perhaps I should just be a little bit more loving, and that might get me way more girls. So that's great. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
My pleasure,
It's a
Jake.
pleasure.
It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Thank you, man.